You good?
No, I'm drink.
Drink some of that water, girl.
No, that's a drink.
Look. No, girl. Go, I got the lock on that. If you go upstairs, look at my refrigerator, grab another one. I'm already sitting here. I ain't going up there. What you think this is? It's Bitswabble, people. Bitswabble. She down here. Want me to go back upstairs and get her something else to drink? Children. Oh, in the right spot. Betswabble, beautiful people. Betswabble. Top of the day. Happy Sunday. It is Sunday morning, May the 3rd, 2020, day 136. And we are reading the rest of Ezra today. I decided I'm going to tack on chapter 10. Because there's only 4 chapters left. And then we start in Nehemiah, or technically 2nd Ezra. And after that, guess what? We're going to go ahead and read 3rd and 4th Ezra, Betswabble. After Nehemiah has 13 chapters, so it'll take us a couple days to get through that, and then we'll read going to 3rd Ezra and 4th Ezra, which we have not read before live, but since it's a part of the books,
Mom,
and we have them, we're going to go ahead and read them. Yes, baby girl.
I want a drink.
Go get you a drink.
No,
First thing this morning, already heard the name, says it all. Girl, I'm telling you. Okay, look, you want to drink some of mine? You can drink some of mine. You can get a cup. I'll pour you some of your cup. But you gonna have to wait, Bella. I done already started.
Drink.
I should wait till the last minute. Like, I'm already late because of her and her shenanigans this morning. She want me to fix her whole plate of food. Now she's sitting across from me. I knew she was gonna ask for something to drink, but I got my drink right here. I can pour some. She don't want that. She's... All right, y'all. Let's go and get started. Ezra chapter 7.
Drink.
Go upstairs, look at my refrigerator, and get a drink. Go get a tea. And be quiet, or you're going to wake up Dad. Go ahead. If you stomp, you're going to wake Dad up. He going to kick you out. This child, boy, I tell you. Okay. Now, after these things, the reign of Artaxerxes, king of Persia, Ezra, the son of Sariah, in the reign of Artaxerxes, king of Persia, Ezra, the son of Sariah, the son of Azariah, the son of Hilkiah, the son of Shallum, the son of Zadok, the son of Ahitub, the son of Amara, the son of Azariah, the son of Meriroth, the son of Zerahai, the son of Uzi, the son of Buki, the son of Abishua, the son of Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the chief priest. This Ezra, they had to make sure you knew which Ezra they were talking about, is this Ezra, son of the chief priest. This Ezra went up from Babylon, and he was a ready scribe in the law of Moses, meaning he was very well versed in the law of Moses. Like, you couldn't tell him nothing about it that he didn't already know. All right. This Ezra went up from Babylon, and he was a ready scribe in the law of Moses, which Yahuwah, the God of Israel, had given. And the king granted him all his requests according to the hand of Yahuwah, his God, upon him. And remember, because...
Mom.
Oh, you got it. You got it? Okay, you want a cup, or you want to drink it right out of this?
No.
Get a cup. She's so... I don't like it, Top. Go, go ahead. She turned around, snatched her head around at me. She heard me mimic her. She said, "What I tell you, girl?" Okay.
Wait. More.
You said wait.
I said.
Is that enough? Where are you? Did I pour you enough? Boy, I tell you, girl. I ain't gonna say that. She can start hollering. Boy, I tell you, she act like she run this place. She lucky I'm live. Otherwise, she be there crying. I'm gonna be honest, she be there hollering. Because I wouldn't have did all these extra steps. You good? Okay. Let me finish my reading, y'all. Okay. Verse 6, Ezra chapter 7. This Ezra went up from Babylon, and he was a ready scribe in the law of Moses, which Yahuwah the God of Israel had given. The king granted him all his requests according to the hand of Yahuwah his God upon him. Girl, come get her. That makes me think, do we ever hear Aaron or Moses' names used by someone else? That's a good question, Tiffany. I never thought about that. That's a good question. But that's what I was saying before, she so rudely interrupted me with how much she wanted to drink of her tea, that all those who were well versed in the law, who actually kept the law of Moses and were teaching others, Yahuwah's hand was upon them, and he granted them favor. Like, they were blessed through the kings. The kings put them in like the highest position. Think about Daniel. They were in captivity during Daniel's time. Daniel and Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, they were all in captivity. But because of how they kept Yahuwah's law, statutes, and commands, his favor was upon them, and they got promoted in the Babylonian kingdom or the Persian kingdom, whichever kingdom of the enemy that they were in, they were kept safe. And there went up some of the children of Israel, and of the priests, and of the Levites, and the singers, and the porters, and the Nethinims unto Jerusalem in the 7th year of Artaxerxes the king. And he came to Jerusalem in the 5th month, which was in the 7th year of the king. For upon the 1st day of the month began he to go up from Babylon, and on the 1st day of the 5th month came he to Jerusalem, according to the good hand of his God upon him. For Ezra had prepared his heart to seek after the law of Yahuwah, and to do it, and to teach in Israel statutes and judgments. Now this is the copy of the letter that the king Artaxerxes gave unto Ezra the priest, the scribe, even the scribe of the words of the commandments of Yahuwah and of his statutes to Israel. Artaxerxes, king of kings, unto Ezra the priest, a scribe of the law of God of heaven, perfect peace, and at such a time I make a decree that all they of the people of Israel and of his priests and Levites in my realm, which are minded of their own free will to go up to Jerusalem, to go with thee. For as much as thou art sent of the king and of his 7 counselors to inquire concerning Judah and Jerusalem, according to the law of thy God which is in thine hand, and to carry the silver and gold which the king and his counselors have freely offered unto the God of Israel, whose habitation is in Jerusalem, and all the silver and gold that thou can find, and all the providence of Babylon, and the freewill offering of the people and of the priests, offering willingly for the house of their God, which is in Jerusalem, that thou mayest buy speedily with this money bullocks, rams, lambs, with their meat offerings and their drink offerings, and offer them upon the altar of the house of your God which is in Jerusalem. And whatsoever seem good to thee and to thy brethren, to do with the rest of the silver and the gold, that do after the will of your God. The vessels also that are given thee for the service of the house of thy God, those deliver thou before the God of Jerusalem. He pretty much wrote them a letter saying, listen, anything y'all need, y'all can take from here, whether it be silver or gold, or whether it be the flock or incense, whatever it is you need. I'm giving you permission to take any and everything, however much you think you would want to need. And then once you get done with everything, you do with what you want to do with all the things that are left over that you have.
Mommy.
Yes.
I drink a lot.
I see you drunk a lot. Unto 100 talents of silver, and to 100 measures of wheat, and to 100 baths of wine, and to 100 baths of oil, and salt without prescribing how much. Whatsoever is commanded by the God of heaven, let it be diligently done for the house of the God of heaven. For why should there be wrath against the realm of the king and his sons? He's like, whatever you need. I already know he lives. He says, so whatever you need, you go ahead and just ask him to bless us. Why should we get in trouble with him? We know he lives. We got all this because of him. And although we don't serve him for real, y'all take whatever you need, because we know not to mess with him. All right? Also, we certify you that touching any of the priests and Levites, singers, porters, Nethims, or ministers of the house of Yahuwah, it shall not be lawful to impose toll, tribute, or custom upon them. And he said, and neither can you exact any kind of tolls. You can't make them pay tax. None of y'all's people, you don't make them pay any of that stuff. Good morning. And thou, Ezra, after the wisdom of thy God that is in thine hand, set magistrates and judges that may judge all the people that are beyond the river, also all such as know the laws of thy God, and teach ye them that know them not. And whosoever will not do the law of thy God and the law of the king, let judgment be executed speedily upon him. Like he wasn't playing. He said, make sure they know the laws of your God. And if they don't do them and they don't do the laws of this land, they got to go. Execute them immediately. And this wasn't even one of our kings. This was a heathen king. He said, y'all better do what y'all God say. He said, matter of fact, go teach them if they don't know. And whosoever will not do the law of thy God and the law of the king, let judgment be executed speedily upon him, whether it be unto death or to banishment or to confiscation of goods or to imprisonment. Blessed be Yahuwah, the God of our fathers, which have put such a thing as this in the king's heart, to beautify the house of Yahuwah which is in Jerusalem, and hath extended mercy unto me before the king and his counselors, and before all the king's mighty princes. And I was strengthened, as we said, I was strengthened, as the hand of Yahuwah my God was upon me, and I gathered together out of all of Israel chief men to go up with me. Betwabu, hey girl, hey. All right, Ezra chapter 8. And here shortly we're about to get to the illegitimate marriages and stuff to the wrong people. These are now the chief of their fathers, and this is the genealogy of them that went up with me from Babylon in the reign of Artaxerxes the king. Of the sons of Phinehas, Gershom; the sons of Ithamar, Daniel; the sons of David, Hattush; of the sons of Shechaniah; of the sons of Pharosh, Zechariah; and with him were reckoned by genealogy of the males 150. Of the sons of Pahath Moab, Eliahonai; the sons of Zeriah, and with him 200 males. Of the sons of Shechaniah, the sons of Jahaziel, and with him 300 males. And the sons of Elam, Jeshiah, the son of Athaliah, and with him 70 males. And of the sons of Shephatiah, Zebediah, the son of Michael, and with him 80 males. Of the sons of Joab, Obadiah, the sons of Jahiel, and with him 218 males. And of the sons of Shelomith, the son of Josephiah, and with him 180 males. And of the sons of Babai, Zechariah, the son of Babai, and with him 28 males. And of the sons of Azgad, Johanan, the son of Hakatan, and with him 110 males. And of the last sons of Adonikam, whose names are these: Eliphalet, Jael, and Shemaiah, and with them 80 males. Of the sons also of Bigvai, Uthai, and Zabud, and with them 70 males. And I gathered them together to the river that runneth to Ahava. I see it. And there abode we in tents 3 days. And I viewed the people and the priests, and found there none of the sons of Levi. Then I sent for Eleazar, for Ariel, for Shemaiah, and for Elnathan, and for Jarib, and for Elnathan, and for Nathan, and for Zechariah, and for Meshullam, chief men, also for Joarib, and for Elnathan, men of understanding. And I sent them with commandment unto Edo, the chief, at the place Casiphia, and told them what they should say unto Edo. Remember, Edo was a prophet. And to his brethren, the Nethinims, at the place of Casiphia, that they should bring unto us ministers of the house of our God. Hey, chill. And the good hand of Yahuwah was upon us, as they brought us a man of understanding of the sons of Mali, the son of Levi, the son of Israel, and Shebiah with his sons and brethren 18. And Hashabiah, and with him Jeshiah of the sons of Merari, his brethren and their sons 20. Also of the Nethinims, who David and the princes had appointed for the service of the Levites, 220 Nethinims. Of all of them were expressed by name. And then I proclaimed a fast there at the river Ahava, that we might afflict ourselves before our God, to seek him right away for us, for our little ones, and for all our substance. For I was ashamed to require of the king a band of soldiers and horsemen to help us against the enemy in the way, because we had spoken unto the king, saying, the hand of our God is upon all of them for good that seek him, but his power, his wrath is against all them that forsake him. So we fasted and besought Yahuwah for this, and he was entreated of us. Then I separated 12 of the chief of the priests, Sherebiah, Hashabiah, and 10 of their brethren with them, and weighed unto them the silver and the gold and the vessels, even of the offering of the house of our God, which the king and his counselors and his lords and all of Israel there present had offered. I even weighed unto their hand 650 talents of silver, and silver vessels 100 talents, and of gold 100 talents. Also 20 basins of gold, and of 1,000 drams, and 2 vessels of fine copper, precious as gold. And I said unto them, Ye are holy unto Yahuwah, the vessels are holy also. And the silver and the gold are a freewill offering unto Yahuwah, the God of your fathers. Watch ye and keep them until ye weigh them before the chief of the priests and the Levites, and the chief of the fathers of Israel at Jerusalem, in the chambers of the house of Yahuwah. So took the priests and the Levites, and weighed the silver and the gold and the vessels, to bring them to Jerusalem unto the house of our God. Then we departed from the river Ahava on the 12th day of the first month to go unto Jerusalem. And the hand of our God was upon us, and he delivered us from the hand of the enemy, and of such as lay in wait by the way. And we came to Jerusalem and abode there 3 days. And on the 4th day was the silver and the gold and the vessels weighed in the house of Yahuwah by the hand of Meremoth, the son of Uriah the priest. And with him was Eleazar the son of Phinehas, and with them was Jozabad the son of Jeshua, and Nodiah the son of Benu, Levites, by number and by weight of every one, and all the weight was written at that time. Also the children of those that had been carried away, which were come out of the captivity, offered burnt offerings unto Yahuwah, the God of Israel, 12 bullocks for all of Israel, 90 and 6 rams, 70 and 7 lambs, 12 he-goats for a sin offering. All this was a burnt offering unto Yahuwah. And they delivered the king's commission unto the king's lieutenants and to the governors on this side of the river. And they furthered the people in the house of Yahuwah. All right, y'all. Ezra chapter 9.
I don't like it.
Well, don't eat it, Tootie. Eat the noodles. Now, when these things were...
No, I don't like it. That's,
Okay, well, don't eat it. Now, when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, The people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. For they have listen to this, right? Listen to the people, the Amorites and the Moabites. Remember that those two clans of people, they were actually family. They were the cousins. Remember, Lot was Abraham's nephew. So that would be that's actually their family, their cousins. But they were the cousins that were born of Lot's very own. It was disgusting, of their own daughters, because it was like, ain't no more men in the world, so we need to sleep with our father and have children. It was disgusting. They weren't supposed to do that. It was against the law of Yah. But they did it anyway. But Yahuwah actually counted them as the people of the other lands, although they technically were related. He said, do not do after their abominations. He said, don't. Okay, I'll read that verse again. Verse 2 of chapter 9 of Ezra. For they had, it's 1. Now when these things were done, the princes came to me, saying, The people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and rulers have been chief in this trespass. Now I'm going to explain just a little bit, but I'm not going to harp on it. Okay, so we have this, today there's kind of, you have interracial relationships. What they're talking about today is not what Yahuwah was talking about, because mind you, these were black people. Like the Egyptians was black, the Amorites was black, the Moabites was black. All these people was black. So was Yahuwah's people. And he said, do not mingle yourselves with them. Why? Because they commit abominations. They do not keep our law. So you do not mingle yourself with people who do those things. They look the same. You could probably look at them and tell that they were family. He said, do not mingle with them because they don't keep my laws, and you're going to defile yourself. They're drinking blood. They're having sex with family, but don't mingle with them. And that's what he was saying, just kind of summing it up. And a lot of people today is like, oh, we're not supposed. You can look at it that way, but when he was talking about it here, they weren't mingling with white people, you know. So, I mean, he considered mingling with people who were of other who served other gods. That's what Yahuwah was talking about here. But a lot of people, they kind of take it out of context. Oh, don't marry the white man. Granted, they not whatever. I understand. I get all that. I get that, and how you diluting your seed. I get all that. But what he was talking about here, if we look at what he's talking about here, about intermarrying, the relationships and the people you're not supposed to marry, you're not supposed to marry those who worship other gods. He said that will cause you to mingle your seed, and then your seed will become unrighteous. That's what Yahuwah was talking about when he talked about mingling seed. Worshiping, marrying somebody who worship other gods. Now listen to this. I'll read it again. Just, then I'm going to stop cutting myself off. Now Ezra chapter 9. Now when these things were done, the princes came to me saying, meaning they came to Ezra. They came to me saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to their abominations, even of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and the rulers have been chief in this trespass. Meaning those who were supposed to be keeping the law, the very priests, and the Levites, the ones who were supposed to be teaching, they were chief in this sin, doing this thing, which caused the rest of the nation to sin. And when they heard this, and when Ezra heard this thing, I rent my garment and my mantle and plucked off the hair of my head and of my beard and sat down astonished. Then were assembled unto me everyone that trembled at the words of Yahuwah, the God of Israel, because of the transgression of those that had been carried away. And I sat astonished until the evening sacrifice. At the evening sacrifice, I arose up from my heaviness, and having rent my garment and my mantle, I fell upon my knees and spread out my hands unto the Lord my God, and said, O Yahuwah, I am ashamed and blush to lift my face to thee, Yahuwah, for our iniquities are increased over our head, and our trespasses grown up unto the heavens. Since the days of our fathers have we been in a great trespass unto this day, and for our iniquities have we, our kings, and our priests have been delivered into the hand of the kings of the lands, to the sword, to captivity, and to spoil, and to the confusion of face, as it is this day. For now, for a little space, grace have been showed from Yahuwah our God, to leave us a remnant to escape, and to give us a nail in this holy place, that our God, Yahuwah, may lighten our eyes, and give us a little reviving in our bondage. For we were bondmen, yet Yahuwah hath not forsaken us in our bondage, but has extended mercy unto us in the sight of the kings of Persia, to give us a reviving, to set up the house of Yahuwah our God, and to repair the desolations thereof, and to give us a wall in Judah and in Jerusalem. And now, O Yahuwah, what shall we say after this? For we have forsaken thy commandments, which thou hast commanded by the servants of the prophets, saying, the land unto which ye go to possess, it is an unclean land, with the filthiness of the people of the lands, with their abominations, which have filled from one end to the other with their uncleanness. Like after they got done building, going through, he sent them back with all this stuff. The people, the priests, they just didn't listen. They continued doing this stuff. He said, do not follow their ways. Now therefore give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace or their wealth forever, that ye may be strong and eat the good of the land, and leave it for an inheritance to your children forever. And after all that is come upon us for our evil deeds and for our great trespass, seeing that thou, Yahuwah, hast punished us less than our iniquities deserve, and has given us such deliverance as this, should we again break the commandments and join join in affinity with the people of these abominations? Would not thou be angry with us till thou hast consumed us, so that there should be no remnant nor escaping? O Yahuwah, the God of Israel, thou art righteous, for we remain yet escape as it is this day. Behold, we are before thee in our trespass, for we cannot stand before thee because of this. We're about to read the last chapter. Ezra was like, I cannot believe this. Us, the remnant, he has given favor to us from the kings of Persia to come back here. He said, and y'all are still doing this. And when we actually get into the third and the fourth book of Ezra, it's going to go into a little more detail about this particular thing. All right, y'all, last chapter for today, Ezra chapter 10. Now when Ezra had prayed, and when he had confessed, weeping and casting himself down before the house of Yahuwah, there assembled unto him out of Israel a very great congregation of men and women and children, for the people wept very sore. And Shechaniah the son of Jahiel, the one of the sons of Elam, answered and said unto Ezra, we have trespassed against Yahuwah, and we have taken strange wives of the people of the land. Yet now there is hope in Israel concerning this thing. Now therefore let us make a covenant with Yahuwah to put away all the wives and such as are born of them according to the counsel of Yahuwah and of those that tremble at the commandment of Yahuwah, and let it be done according to the law. Like they said, okay, we have clearly sinned. He said, so let us, and mind you, they had already been married to these women and had children with these women. The kids came with them. He said, let us do what's right. Let's reverse the sin that we've done. Let's put away our wives and the children that we bore with them. How many people would do that today? Like, how many people, like if they break the command, they go and marry people of other nations that are worshiping other gods and multiple gods? How many of them would be willing to actually put them away and their children? Not a lot. Not a lot. Now, therefore, let us make a covenant with Yahuwah to put away all the wives and such as are born of them according to the counsel of Yahuwah, and those that tremble at the commandment of our God, and let it be done according to the law. Arise, for this matter belong unto thee. We will also be with thee. Be of good courage and do it. Then arose Ezra and made the chief priests, the Levites, and all of Israel to swear that they should do according to this word, and they swear. Then Ezra rose up from before the house of Yahuwah and went into the chamber of Jehonan the son of Eliashib. And when he came in thither, he did eat no bread nor drink water, for he mourned because of the transgression of them that had been carried away. And they made proclamation throughout Judah and Jerusalem and all the children of the captivity that they should gather themselves together unto Jerusalem, and that whosoever would not come within 3 days, according to the counsel of the princes and the elders, all his substance should be forfeited, and himself separated from the congregation of those who had been carried away. Then all the men of Judah and Benjamin gathered themselves together unto Jerusalem within 3 days. It was the 9th month, on the 20th day of the month, and all the people sat in the street of the house of Yahuwah, trembling because of this matter, and for the great rain. And Ezra the priest stood up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed and taken strange wives to increase the trespass of Israel. Like when you read in other versions, it'll tell you that it mentioned it right here. The rain. It was, because of this matter and for the great rain. Like they couldn't understand while they were having constant rain pouring down, like it had not done this before. But then they realized we might need to consider our ways, because this is not normal. This doesn't happen like this. It was a great rain, and they were all concerned and said, clearly we've sinned. And Ezra the priest stood up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed and have taken strange wives to increase the trespass of Israel. Now therefore make confession unto Yahuwah, the God of your fathers, and do his pleasure, and separate yourselves from the people of the land and from the strange wives. Then all the congregation answered and said with a loud voice, As thou hast said, so must we do. And the people were many, and it is a time of much rain, and we are not able to stand without. Neither is this a work of 1 day or 2, for we are many that have transgressed in this thing. Now let our rulers of all the congregation stand, and let them which have taken strange wives in our cities come at appointed times, and with them the elders of every city and the judges thereof, until the fierce wrath of Yahuwah for this matter be turned from us. So he said, it's a whole bunch of us that's done this sin. He said, this is not something that can be done in 1 day or 2 days. So he said, okay, we're gonna straddle these days, and when your turn come up, you and all your family and all your elders, everybody need to come and set this thing right with you, because it was although it was a remnant of them, it was a great host, which was considered a remnant, and all of them had to make it right before Yah. They can't just be like, oh, Father, I'm sorry, I repent. No, repentance with Yahuwah actually requires action that goes along with it. And I think that's what screws up the church today with the teachings. They just think, oh, Father forgave me, and we can just, there's something that has to be done with your repentance. You can't just say forgive me and think everything, like how you go kill somebody out in the street, oh, I'm sorry. Well, your sin carry consequences, so you still have to pretty much serve this sentence of what you did, although you're sorry, but that doesn't give back the life of the person you took. Or if you go steal something, the judgment is a lot less than when you take a life. Now, you say you're sorry, but now you have to restore. And when you restore what you stole, it can't be some inferior product. It must be of the same caliber, of the same value, or if you cannot find that, you must find something greater and restore. You can't just say, I'm sorry and forgive me. That ain't how y'all operate. And most of the church got that twisted today. So, but we ain't gonna go there. I ain't gonna start. But the people are many, and it is a time of much rain, and we are not able to stand without. Neither is this a work of 1 day or 2, for we are many that have transgressed in this thing. Now let our rulers of all the congregations stand, and let all of them which have taken strange wives in our cities come at appointed times, and with them the elders of every city and the judges thereof, until the fierce wrath of Yahuwah for this matter be turned from us. Only Jonathan the son of Asahel and Jehaziah the son of Tikvah were employed about this matter, and Meshullam and Shabbatai the Levite helped them, and the children of the captivity did so. And Ezra the priest, with certain chief of the fathers after the house of their fathers, and all of them that were by their names, were separated, and sat down in the first day of the 10th month to examine the matter. And they made an end of all the men that had taken strange wives by the first day of the month. And among the sons of the priests there were found that had taken strange wives, namely the sons of Jeshua the son of Jozadak, and his brethren Manasseh and Eleazar and Jarib and Gedaliah. And they gave their hands that they would put away their wives, and being guilty, they offered a ram of the flock of their trespass. And of the sons of Emer, Hanai and Zebediah, and the sons of Harim, Messiah and Elijah and Shemaiah and Jahiel and Uzziah, and of the sons of Pashur, Elonai, Messiah, Ishmael, Nathaniel, Josabad, and Elisai. Also of the Levites, Josabad, Shimei, and Keliah, the same as Kelita, Pethahiah, Judah, and Eleazar. Of the singers, you got the priests, the high priests, the Levites, you got the singers, all of them then took, they was like, oh shoot, the priests? You got to think about it, the wives of the other nations, they were beautiful women. They were beautiful. So they said, oh, shoot, the priest taking wives from over there. Let's go and get us one. Let's get some wives for our sons, too. And they thoroughly mixed with the other nations. And this naming the ones who were supposed to be teaching them not to do this. He calling them out. He said, of all the priests, look, we're about to name all the priests who caused the entire nation to go astray. I'm just the singers, remember, those who did the praise and worship, they were Levites. All of them who had they had the charge of keeping the house of Yah, whether they did the praise and worship, whether they did the offerings, or whether they were teaching the people or reading the commandments or whatever. Just about every single one of them. Ezra did it, but just about everybody else had completely gone off the deep end and took the entire nation with them. Of the singers also Eliashib, and of the porters Shallum and Tillim and Uri. Moreover, of Israel, the sons of Parash, Ramiah, Josiah, Malachiah, Meamim, Eleazar, Malachijah, Benaiah, and of the sons of Elam, Mattaniah, Zechariah, and Jahiel, and Abdi, and Jeremoth, and Eliah. And of the sons of Zatu, Elionai, Eliashib, Mattaniah, and Jeremoth, and Zabad, and Aziza. Of the sons of Bebai, Jehohanan, Hananiah, Zabai, and Athli. Of the sons of Bani, Meshullam, Maluk, and Adijah, Jashub, Sheol, and Ramoth. Of the sons of Pahath Moab, Ada and Shalai, Benaiah, Messiah, Mattaniah, Bezalel, and Benui, and Manasseh. What's that? Manasseh. I know I'm screwing his names up, y'all. I'm sorry. And of the sons of Harim, Eliezer, Ishijah, Malachiah, Shemaiah, Simeon, Benjamin, Maluk, and Shemira. Of the sons of Hashem, Mattaniah, Mattatha, Zabad, Eliphalet, Jeremiah, Manasseh, and Shimei. Of the sons of Bani, Madai, Aram, Uel, Benaiah, Bediah, Chelu, Vaniah, Merimoth, Eliashib, Mattaniah, and Jeasu, and Benai, and Benu, Shimi, Magnad, Ebi, Sheshai, Sharai, Azareel, Shelemiah, Shemariah, Shalem, Amariah, and Joseph. Of the sons of Nebo, Jael, Mattatiah, Zabad, Zibna, Jadu, Joel, Beniah. All these had taken strange wives, and some of them had wives by whom they had children. All right, y'all. So that is our reading for today. We read Ezra 7, 8, 9, and 10 because that was the last chapter of this. But tomorrow when we start Nehemiah, remember, it's actually the second chapter of Ezra. They just changed the name. And then after that, yay, we're going to read for the first time 3rd Ezra and 4th Ezra, which is also called in Latin 1st Esdras and 2nd Esdras. So if you hear somebody talk about Esdras, sometimes they don't know that it's a part of Ezra, and they changed the name because it went, when it was translating the names and the translations, it went to Latin from, what is it? It's a lot of different translations, and Latin was like the first one, so it was like Ezra. Ezra used to be called Esdras, but it's a mess. But anyway, it's a book of Ezra. It's actually one book. They broke it up into 4 sections: Ezra, Nehemiah, 3rd Ezra, and 4th Ezra, or 3rd and 4th Ezra is called 1st and 2nd Esdras. So I'll keep repeating that, so y'all will know when y'all hear it, so y'all know it's the same book, and you probably should read it. All right, y'all, with that being said, this is day 136. It is Sunday, May the 3rd, 2020. Like I said, we just read Ezra 7, 8, and 9, which was the last 4 chapters of this particular book. So we're going to go ahead and do the blessing, which is found where? Yep. Numbers chapter 6, verses 22 through 27. And Yahuwah spake unto Moses, said, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, On this wise shall ye bless the children of Israel, or Yisolili, or Yisraelah is Israel, or Yasharala, just different names, just depending on what section where you at. Still talking about Yahuwah's people, the same group of people. Yisolili, the separated ones. That's what Yisolili, the children of isolation, those who are separated. Yisolili, the separated ones. Well, we should be separated from the other nations in all that we do. That's what marks us with Yahuwah's mark, because we're separated from the other nations. We are a clean people, a clean living people in all that we do, how we think, how we live, how we teach, how we honor others. That's what separates us from the other nations. May Yahuwah bless us and keep us. May Yahuwah make his face to shine upon us and be gracious unto us. May Yahuwah lift up his countenance upon us and give us his peace. And they shall put my name upon the children of Yisolili, or Israel, and I myself will come and bless them. All right, y'all. I love y'all, and I will see you in the morning. Bruce.
Bye, guys.
There she go. They said bye.
Bye.
All right, y'all.